too. GJ Vlad had put up a post because Drake is Jewish.
About
and Khaled is a Palestinian. So, with the war going on, we're not gonna get really into the politics. This ain't really a politics type of podcast here. But he put out a post saying like he felt like they should speak on it, like
and
because they are big, celebrities and they have huge influence.
Why?
He feel like they should say something about this.
What they gonna say?
And use their power, to kind of show their support
of who? Their own people.
The people they represent, Drake being Jew, just stop the war in general, right? So they were saying like, he felt like they should speak on it or whatever. And, you hear this come around from certain people on different issues, like, oh, if you represent these sort of people, if you're a celebrity, you should always speak out.
Right, for what?
I never was on that side that they should always speak out.
Never
One, you gotta know what you're talking about.
Right, that's the problem. And a lot of times you don't know what you're talking about. Now, if you want to just speak out on how you feel about the altercation between something and like the war or whatever's going on between these two different factions in general, that's one thing. But if you think I'm going because I'm Jewish, I'm supposed to speak out and come out in defense or speak out from my Jewish side of the situation or from the no, dog, I got no information on what's going on. I don't know what's going on. All I know is the war.
Is it up to you to get educated though?
Say what?
Is it up to you to get educated?
Even if you get educated, you're not getting the full information. You're not.
But you research it. Just like anything.
Still, it's above his head. What they gonna say? Oh, Drake said we should stop fighting, so everybody stop fighting. You know what I mean?
Do you think it's important to show your support though, so your fans know where you stand on certain issues on the side of it?
Why?
Me personally, I don't care if they know where
that's you. But what you think of fans? If you're a fan of somebody, do you think that's
well? Fans do care. Fans do care.
They look for reasons. But they want to criticize.
True.
Or that's all that is. You know what I mean? You say something, you're going to have the ones that, why you say something. You don't say something, you have the ones that are going to say
they ain't your fans, though. Your fans.
I'm saying fans, too. Like
your but Drake fans not looking for him to speak so they can criticize it. They want him to support it.
So they can feel like
your fans are for you.
So they
can
feel like he supports them.
You are looking to criticize you, not your fans.
But at the same time,
I feel like y'all.
But when you are an artist as big as Drake or somebody like Khaled, you got fans from all different sides of this spectrum.
You don't need to say anything.
You got Jewish fans, you got Palestinian, like you got fans. So he speak out. So say Drake speak out for the Jewish people. All the Palestinian, like he risked losing support from his Palestinian fans because he spoke out on his Jewish side of the situation and supported the Jews for the Jewish side of the war. So that's what you want him to do. You want him to just speak out and say, all right, I'm Jewish, so I support Jewish people. So all you Palestinians or whatever.
Well, Drake can't speak specifically because he don't speak on black issues, right? So imagine, black people, like our community, when it comes to the Drake or whatever, like we don't.
That's another point. I'm glad you brought that up. That's another point. If you're not somebody that we are known for speaking out on issues in general,
right? Don't start now.
Don't start now just because this is a particular one that's that's I guess part of the community that you represent.
Well, black community guy, they got like a funny way how they view Drake. Like sometimes he black, and then sometimes they don't put him as black. Like when it comes to being wealthy, we don't include him as a black wealth or a black millionaire. But when it comes to music, he black, right? So we don't, and he always talk about that in his music, how he feel like we don't really like claim him, right?
Right.
So imagine if he spoke out on this issue for the Jews. And
black people going to rip
feel
him
about
apart.
Jews right now, right?
Black people going to rip him apart.
Even down to the Kanye or the Kyrie Irving situation, right? Where certain people might have issues with them, right?
Right.
Imagine if he spoke out and covered that, but he never spoke about George Floyd. Never spoke about Tamir Rice.
That's what I'm
never
saying.
spoke about Michael Brown, what I'm saying? Like
he did put out statements, certain little statements here and there on certain.
He ain't really get on forefront. You know what I'm saying? So
he didn't get out there like
people won't have a fit. So I don't think he should speak, bro. If you keep it one way, other way.
I don't think nobody should speak unless they known for doing that. Like if you
got other artists attacking them. Like
I don't care,
saying like, oh, my peers ain't speaking about this. So I'm stand up and speak on it.
I don't care what you doing. If that's who you known for doing, like if you were somebody that anytime an issue came up, regardless of what side you stood on that issue, that doesn't matter to me. Like as far as what side you stand, that's between you and it. But if you're not somebody that comes out and literally just speaks out against it in general, I don't expect you, or I'm not going to sit there and say you should do it now. Right now, that makes no sense to me. But that's the route. Any artist can take that route and be fine. But then you won't have people saying, no, I need you to speak. Like I need you to tell me what side, or what side you stand on, stand on.
So I want to do it because people fickle, man. You'll speak on every issue. You'll support, the quote unquote right side when things pop up. You do one thing, that people don't agree with, you a sellout.
Yep.
And they'll ignore
Yep.
all the stuff
All
you
the
did
stuff
before.
that you did, yep.
You never make yourself a slave to your fans or the people, man.
Right. That's how I
they
feel.
want you to speak on whatever they want you to speak about. Some of these artists, even when they speak, ain't gonna change nothing. You, like you said, they gonna look over there and be like, "Oh, Drake spoke. I'm done.
Yeah,
All right, we done. War over.
What's
War
the point?
over."
Right.
Now,
I'm
who
saying,
would do
like-
that? Like, who doing it?
Like I'm saying, I get it. You think it's nice for them to speak on it, but if they don't mean it, I could put out a tweet and not mean nothing.
That's
I'm
what I'm
saying.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
Like, what does that give y'all to be like? Oh, this person said something. Nobody cares at
Right.
the end of the day. It's not.
Nah,
gonna
He
be
can have his
something-
publicist put out a statement. It ain't got to be his words. You can put out, like, tell you put out a statement. Handle this for me.
Yeah, what is that going to change? And I get it. You'll like a celebrity to do that, but we gotta stop looking at celebrities as so
Put them on
high
a
up.
pedestal,
Yeah,
yeah.
on this pedestal,
please,
bro.
Please do. Like, I get sick of that. Like,
I'd
stop.
rather hear from an advocate,
that.
somebody that's doing the groundwork every day to fix something, than
Right.
when I hear
He's
from a
not looking for
celebrity.
the publicity. Or
Yeah,
anything
or
like
yeah,
that.
I'd rather hear from them
their
than
hands
hear
dirty.
from
Yep.
an artist who probably PR statement wrote it up for him. Like, what does that do for you?
Right.
That the Neo situation we had where he spoke out what he spoke about the gender changing the kids.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
Right, and his publicist put out a statement, and he's like, "Hold up, that wasn't me. That's not my words. That's not where I stand. Like, that was my publicist putting out a statement. That's not me." Like, you can have artists, dude. Like, these artists got publicists who can put out statements for them. But like you said, who says that's their words? A lot
Right.
of times
So
it's not
why
their
does
words.
it matter? Like, what does it matter?
Right.
What
Why
they
do-
It's not
speak
why
gonna
do-
make a
right.
difference.
Right. There's not going right. What
But
they
Vlad too old for that. I think either he clout chasing or he too old. Either he capitalizing off a Drake name because of Drake being in the media so much.
Of course he is.
Or something like that.
and
but-
he needed somebody else to make it look like he's just not using Drake.
Yeah, because he went on the Breakfast Club and Charlamagne went at him over it. He was saying some of the same things that we were saying. Just like, yo, like, for what? Like, if he's not educated on why would he speak?
Right.
And he was like, yo, you don't even know what Drake or Khaled doing behind the scenes. They might be doing something. Like, they don't owe it to you
To make it
go
public.
tell you and make it public.
Right.
And he was like, well, I'm just saying, like, I think they should,
That makes no
be on the
sense.
forefront. He's like, Drake can respond to Joe Budden, but he can't respond for this. I'm like, bro, like, you don't know what's happening on behind the scenes, and you didn't even look at it from the black side of it too, because it could be dangerous for him to do this and ignore all the things that happen.
Before
For some of these, black, black people
All right, and
past couple
and just
years.
to be honest, I get it. Drake is the one of the top Jewish artists, but is he the top Jewish person? No, is he? Like, as far as entertainment wise, is he?
No.
So why
At
you?
least I don't even know. Like,
So why are you just talking about Drake? You should, if that's the case, then if you want to act like somebody need to speak out on, then you need to talk about everybody that's prominent in that group of people that they represent.
Politicians, whoever,
like
yeah.
all y'all
People that
need,
can
right? All y'all
actually do
need,
something.
all y'all need to speak out. Don't just attack one particular artist or one particular person. And say that person because he represents that genre, that group of people needs to speak out. No, everybody that represents that need to speak out. So
yeah,
that's
Justin Bieber spoke on something. He spoke on the war and everything going on. He posted a picture like "Pray for Israel," and he had a picture up of something that shouldn't have been on the picture of it. And he had to take it down immediately.
Yep.
And that was him not knowing and trying to put something out, and he fucked
Right.
up.
Right, exactly.
Stay away from it. Stay
So
away from it.
like, if
Didn't
you,
the Sixers do something too?
they fired somebody because they
said
put out,
something.
they said something like
Yeah,
they was
yeah,
like
they put up a post.
yes, they fired somebody who said something that I guess was against what they believed. But yeah, it's like
and that's the other problem you got with that. Like, you have these corporations or you have these influences or people or businesses to where your support can all of a sudden hurt your business, hurt your bottom line to the point to where now you're ousted or we no longer do business with you. You no longer do that just because you don't agree with what they believe. It's not that you don't. It's not that you like saying something ill or you're saying something negative. You just have a different belief than them, and all of a sudden now, all right, well, because you don't believe we ousting you or you out of here. Like, dog, like, what do you mean? Like, people are dying on both sides. Regardless how you look at it, people are dying on both sides. So everybody has a point to where they can say, yo, I don't like what's going on here because these people are dying. I don't like what's going on here because these people are dying on both sides.
People on both sides.
Right, and that's the problem I have. That's what I'm saying. Y'all cannot look for artists because they have to speak on something because that's who they represent. That's not their job. That's not their problem.
right.
And again, we don't know what they're doing behind the scenes. In the same aspect, stop looking to celebrities to be the vocal point for any type of movement or any type of statement.
No, makes sense. It don't make sense.
Right, it doesn't.
Right.
But yeah, I think we tackled that one. That was a good one there.
Yeah.
This was episode 6 again, y'all. Let us know what y'all think about that. Y'all feel like celebrities, they owe their fans and people to speak out on issues regardless. They should let you know their stance. Do you feel like we give celebrities too much power? I mean, how do y'all feel about it? Or just let us know. But I appreciate everybody. Subscribe, like, Let us know what y'all want us to talk about.
Let's go Aces. We one game away.
Yeah,
we one game away from that back to back. Let's go Aces.
Yeah, so this is Through the Scope. Thanks for checking us out.
Oh, and one last thing before we roll out. Happy birthday, homie. Happy birthday, bro.
Man.
Happy birthday,
Going
man.
to 50 Club. 50 ball.
25.
50 balls. Thank y'all for supporting us. We out.
Peace.
Peace.